What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? Time to kick it into high gear. Let's go. Bitcoin dumping. Dumping. Not closing anywhere near where we wanted it to. But you know what? We live to fight another day, guys. This is a crazy candle we got today. Crazy candle. From wick to wick, you are looking at a candle of about 6.05%. Crazy to the downside, all the way down to 107,500, all the way up to $114,000, a $7,000 candle today, guys. Lot of volatility. Looks like we're not going to get the close above 110,580. That's what we've been waiting for. We did not get it yesterday. We are not, from the looks of it, we are not going to get it again today. Looks like we're going to close close to where we are now, but 108,865. So we'll see what happens. But hey, guess what? There's nothing wrong with a little bit of ping pong, right? A little bit of ping pong. As you can see, we do have a little bit of liquidity areas between these two candles. As you can see, we've consolidated here before, and we'll probably do it again. So we'll take it, right? We will take it. Yeah, back here too. Look at this range. This range has been significant for consolidation. It's a liquidity zone, guys. It's a liquidity zone. Look at this. Look how far back we go in this range, right? So not that big of a surprise that we're consolidating here before we make an attempt at another leg up. So yeah, let's see what's going on in the chat, guys. Let's see what's up. How the hell are you guys today? How the hell are you? I'll tell you right now, guys, ZBEC sitting at 20369. That is one hell of a good deal, my friends. One hell of a good deal. All right, let's get into the chat a little bit. We got 0 super chats to start the stream. Wow. What do we got? Alfredo, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. H. Barbarina in the house. Let's go Pico and LFG to the moon. Absolutely. Danny, my guy, what's up, brother? Quentin, I see you, brother. What's going on, man? Isaac, Lickitung, first Pokemon of the evening. What's up, man? Ty, good to see you. Jake the Snake. Me to my wife. Give me money. Money now. Me, money. Needing a lot of money. Needing a lot now. Pete, what's up, buddy? Hope you're well, big guy. I am. You know what, guys? It's a good day to have a good day, right? Absolutely. Yo, Mars, what's up, man? Market has some signs of life. Finally, do you see a crypto pump and then dump before the Fed? I do see us pricing in a rate cut, yes. I do see us pricing in a rate cut sometime between now and the 29th. So I think maybe we make another attempt tomorrow at 110,000 here, this red line, 110,580. I think we're making another attempt at that tomorrow, and we'll probably break through. I was hoping we could close above 112,000 here at this green line, but no bueno today, guys. No bueno today, so that's fine, right? What do we got, guys? We got 174 people watching. What are the likes at? What are the likes? 37 likes. Let's push it to 100, guys. Let's get to 100 likes. Gamma Goddess, the one and only. There she is. Let's get this money. Amen to that. Oh, House, what's up, man? Breaking. Trump announces tariffs on China will be 155% as of November 1st. Did he really? Did he? I did not see that. Un momento, por favor. Let me have a look over on X and see if I can see that. Trump says he's slapping 155. Okay, let's check this out. Since it got brought up in the chat, let's check it out real quick here. All right. Let's go.
Thank you, Mr. President. Russia remains China's top crude oil supplier in September. Are you considering tariffs on China?
Well, I mean, you read the same papers as I do, but I don't have to read the papers because I'm the one. Right now, as of November 1st, China will have about 155% tariff put on it. And I don't think it's sustainable for them. So I want to be nice to China. But China's been very rough with us over the years because we had presidents that weren't smart from a business standpoint. Some were good politicians, some weren't even good politicians, but they allowed China to take advantage of us and every other country to take advantage of us.
So Trump dumps the market again with the China tariff fiasco. We got some super chats. Beast mode. I got to own it. The loonies. Spencer dropping some cheddar. What's up, buddy? Let crypto cook. Nobody wants to eat raw cake, right? Amen to that, man. Exactly. Let that simmer. Let it marinate, right? Put some herbs and spices on there. A little Trump tariff here. Little salt added, right? Little pepper. Little something. We'll get it going. It's all good. Big Mike supporting Big Rob. What's up, brother? Pico coming soon, family. Appreciate you, Big Rob. Always. Hey, I appreciate you, Big Mike. We family, brother. We family. EZ says, go Stars. I was thinking the market was pricing a large rate cut before the shenanigans. Hope for 50 points. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? So, I mean, listen, yes, I do think the market will start to price in a rate cut as we move closer to the 9th. However, Trump just took a big old squatting steamer right on the market again, right? So, yeah, and then you know what the funny thing is, guys? Here's the funny thing. Tomorrow, he'll come out and he'll say, oh, no, everything's fine with me and with us in China. We're all good, man. It's all good in the hood, baby, right? So he just, so really it's a buying opportunity at the end of the day. So do with that what you will, right? Not financial advice. I am only here to entertain and educate you, my friends. But I'm right. Angelo says, crashing, you say. I say, big money messing with little money. I will agree with you there, my friend. I will agree with you there. Ethan says, today felt like we were inviting the Greeks into the giant wooden bull. Yeah, no kidding. A little Troy for you. Angelo says, my wife doesn't believe with this crypto after investing for 4 years now. She thought the bull run would peak as of October. Well, I'll tell you what, Angelo, when this bull run finally does come to an end and you do take your profits off the table going into the next cycle, I can promise you one thing. Your wife will never harass you about putting money into crypto again after this cycle is over. She will say, take all the money. Just go and 100x that, okay? And bring it back so that I can buy a new car. That's what she'll say to you. Dave, what's up, man? Let's go, Brother Rob. Let's go. John Doe, who bought the silver dip. The dip. Today feels like we're... I read that already. William, what's up, buddy? Ari is in the house. Love the website, Rob. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to drop the website on your screen here while I'm talking. Yeah, we got the new website up, guys. The newsletter's over there. Absolutely fantastic, guys. And check this out. Ramona figured it would be a fantastic idea to do the countdown to my trip to Jasmy Labs, where I will be interviewing Hara. Rob meets Hara in Japan, uncovering the story behind Jasmy's mission. Crypto Future presents Tokyo Truth, Journey into Jasmy. Let's go, baby. Super fantastic. Blessings, John. Good to see you. Mario. It's me, Mario. Zebek, man. What's happening, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Where are we getting at? When are we getting us? Hey, right now, what we're doing is we're buying Zebek by the truckload, brother. We'll get out of it when we're done buying our Zebek. You know what I'm saying? Jake the Snake dropping that cheddar. The Trumpinator is just forcing Jerome Powell's 50. Yes, exactly. Isaac, my dude. Rob, the other day you said you couldn't kick in our front door and make us press the sell button. Yes, you can. I give you permission. Careful what you wish for. Absolutely. What else do we have? Adam, what's up, man? Good to see you. Anthony in the house. How long will this volatility be? Well, until Trump decides to stop taking steamers on the market. He just squatted another one on the market. This has been going on for too long. Yeah. Jasmine's a good buy, minimum of 5 cents by the end of the year. Let's go. I dig it. Jared, just happy to be here. I don't know what's going on. I'm just happy to be here, guys. Exactly. Zebra, when do you think we'll get out of this prophecy of an alt season? Yeah. Where is this altcoin season? Is it in the room with us now? Dana, looks like everything is dipping. I'm ready to buy. Just hang in there, says James. Absolutely. Really want to buy more. Guys, like, listen, you should at this point be able to identify what just happened. Okay, I just played it for you. Trump just took a steamer on the market by threatening 155% tariff on China. So that's why the market is going down right now. So, listen, not financial advice. I'm only here to educate and entertain you. But listen, a smart investor right now sees what Trump just did and is buying the dip. That's what they're doing. Because, tomorrow Trump's going to come out, realize what he did to the markets, and say, oh, China, everything's great with us in China. Everything's great. And the markets are going to recover again. So the smart people right now are going to scoop some things up. They're going to sell it off tomorrow at a profit. That's just how it's going to be played out, right? Dumb money is scared, worried, paranoid, crying, and panic selling, right? Overcome. What's happening, man? The rest of the deal is a no-go. Yes. Anthony, come on, man. What is this terrible? I know, right? Like, let's end this. You know what the funny thing is, guys? All the frustration that you're feeling right now about this whole Trump tariff situation and what they're doing. Well, here's the funny thing about it. All the frustration you're feeling and stuff right now, we all felt the same way about Elon Musk in the 2021 cycle. Musk was crashing the market with a tweet. It seemed like every other week, and then he would laugh about it. He would pretty much point his finger in our faces and laugh at us, So it's the same thing we were dealing with in the last cycle, right? Elon would pump the market, and then he would dump the market, and then he would laugh about it, and then he would do it all over again, right? Trump's doing the same thing. It's the same effect that Elon had in the last cycle. We got through it in the last cycle. We had an altcoin season in the last cycle. We'll get through it this time, and we'll have an altcoin season in this cycle, guys. It's just a matter of dealing with the frustrations of it all, right? Ray says, smash the like button. Absolutely. CJ, market is crash tomorrow. I bet crypto on it. Jake the Snake says, the true. Big C says, this crashing is a coordinated strike. Every time it's about to cook, something happens. What do you know? Yeah, Trump just happens to say something. You know what I'm going to look into tomorrow? How much World Liberty Financial bought the dip tonight, right? What's up with the clickbait? Says Taylor. Master bot. What? Clickbait? I don't know what you're talking about. It says the market's crashing and the market's crashing. There's nothing clickbaity about it. The market's down. Got him. Taylor says, did you ever make a video on open opera chain? I actually did start a video on it. Yes, I haven't released it yet, though. So, Big C says, precious metals dump, and so does crypto. None of us can win. Yes, gold took a big steamer. You're absolutely right. Gold took a big steamer. Beast Mode says MMs have people doubting soon bad. In my opinion, that's how they ensure 90% loss. Yes, that's the story of crypto, 100%. Mario, Elon must be my spirit human. Yes, Candyman. Sorry, I've been absent. Flew to Detroit to watch the Bucks get destroyed. Oof, man, that was not a good flight. Meredith, my dude, what's up, brother? What's going down? It's going down right now. I'm putting the link, by the way, guys, to our website over in the chat right now. Make sure you guys get over there. Check it out. Okay, so we're caught up on the news. Or in the chat, let's get into the news, guys. Let's see what's going on out there. Just have a quick look at gold and the big steamer that it took today. Gold's crashed today. I told you guys about a day and a half ago, right? I told you guys on Friday that gold was showing signals. You don't believe me? Go watch the video on YouTube. It's in my library on YouTube. I made a video telling you guys that gold was flashing top signals, right? I said the euphoria with people lining up around the block to buy gold and silver, standing outside of shops and stuff like that, that's retail signs of euphoria. That's what's going to happen in crypto soon, right? But it happened in gold. And I told you guys, don't go buy gold today because it's a top signal. And sure enough, here we are. It's showing signs of crashing now, right? Now, will gold have a dead cat bounce here? Probably. Yeah, probably. But it's topped, in my opinion. So, I mean, if you have a look at gold for the year, look at the year for gold, right? Let me just zoom out here. Look at the year. 2025. Oh, man. The year for gold started right. Hang on. Right here. Look at that. All the way off the screen. That's gold. That's the year. That's the beginning of the year for gold. Right? It's topped. Really. So you're going to see the same thing happen in Bitcoin and crypto. Any updates on the refund checks? Which refund checks are you talking about, Taylor? Isaac says Cowboys, Eagles. We haven't talked QE in a while. Well, we just talked about QE. I just talked about rate cuts a minute ago. There's a 77% chance of 3 rate cuts before the end of this year right now. And the first of them is going to happen next week on the 29th, 8 days from now, right? So that's going to start getting priced into the market as well. Oho says, I still think silver will rally higher. I agree, but I think gold is topped. Silver has more utility and more demand with the chips and with robotics now and all that stuff. Silver is becoming more and more of a utility demand than gold is. So Uncle T dropping Stanley Steamers. Free pick, sold my Bitcoin today and bought some silver. Oh, I don't know if that was a good idea, man. Silver's been running. Let's look at silver's chart. Short term, silver still has a little bit more upside, but I mean it could bounce right here at support. As you can see, I have that support level in there from a while ago. It looks like it's bouncing on support there at $48.41 or $47.94. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We could see another leg up with silver, but much like gold, right? Much like gold, silver. I mean, silver's year started 2024, March, April, May, December. So this was the year for silver. That's one hell of a crazy good year for silver. $28.84 to $54. That's a crazy run. 88.87% move for silver this year. Crazy. Massive. I hope we get those rate cuts. Yes, absolutely. The Trump refund checks about. Oh, yeah. I don't know all the details on that. Ohio says 100% Rob holding my 1K ounce. Yes, absolutely. Was the AWS glitch a test for the Black Swan? No, this is just Trump dumping the markets. Yeah, silver's been suppressed for decades though, because of like JP Morgan and stuff like that, right? So I mean that's not new information. They just pay their little fine every year and they just keep going about their business. So all right, let's get into the news. What's happening out there? What is happening out there? Oh, there's a lot going on out there today, actually, guys. This is one of the stories I was talking about this morning. Ocean Protocol's team faces $250,000 bounty after a $120 million crypto dump allegations. This is why, one of the reasons why Fetch AI has been dumping so hard. The ongoing feud between Fetch AI CEO and Ocean Protocol Foundation took another twist as the CEOs issued a bounty for more information related to the alleged misappropriation of tokens worth millions of dollars. It sounded like he said it could happen if they don't get a trade deal. Well, I mean, I interpret what, yeah, people can interpret, what Trump said. I think it's just more posturing. I tend to agree with you, James, that I think it's just more posturing by Trump. And tomorrow he'll come out and completely do a 180 on what he said. I agree with that 100%. So in an X post on Tuesday, Sheik offered a $250,000 reward for more information on the signatories of Ocean DAO multi-signature wallet and their connection to the Ocean Protocol Foundation. The multi-signature or multi-sig wallet is a cryptocurrency wallet that requires multiple signatures to execute and process a transaction. A $250,000 bounty offer comes days after the CEO alleged that the team wallets related to Ocean Protocol misappropriated about 286 million Fetch AI tokens worth about 80 million at press time. The misappropriation occurred during the 2024 merger of the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, or ASI, which combined Fetch AI, Ocean Protocol, and SingularityNet into a shared token framework. Sheik claimed that Ocean Protocol minted and transferred millions of Ocean tokens before the merger and converted them into Fetch tokens before moving them to centralized exchanges without the necessary disclosures. The feud escalated into legal threats last week, with Sheik pledged to fund class action lawsuits across 3 or more jurisdictions and called on Binance, GSR, and Exa Group to investigate. Binance Exchange announced ceasing support for Ocean token deposits on Thursday, but did not mention the dispute as the cause behind the decision. The escalating dispute often affected the FET token's price, which fell 9% in the past 24 hours and was trading at 25 cents as of 8:47 p.m. UTC, Cointelegraph data shows. Guys, the reason I'm telling you this is to show you why it's important for you to always be paying attention and researching on a daily basis into the projects that you're invested in. You need to be paying attention. You cannot just set it and forget it. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples here, right? Let's take Fetch AI. To all the people who set it and forget it and figured they didn't have to put in any time, they didn't have to put in any work to become a millionaire in this space. You could just buy something, walk away, come back later, easy breezy lemon squeezy. This is what happens, okay? Let's go look at the chart for Fetch AI. Well, actually, we'll look at the chart for Fetch AI right now, and then I'll show you the next example. Okay. So, what do we have here on Fetch AI? Check out the chart. Boom, big steamer, right? Set it and forget it, huh? Was that a good idea? Ocean Protocol is pulling out of the alliance, and this token is continuing to plummet as a result, right? Set it and forget it doesn't work. I'm going to give you another example. We're not done, my friends. Por favor, check this out, okay? Now, this project was another very, very highly regarded project in the 2021 bull run. It ran neck and neck with Solana. No BS, with Solana for most of the last run. KDA was a big deal in the 2020-2021 bull run. Discover the shocking closure of Kadena and the impact on the KDA coin. Now, I'm going to go through the article, but to sum up what they're saying, Kadena announced today on X, we regret to announce that the Kadena organization is no longer able to continue business operations and will be ceasing all business activity and active maintenance of the Kadena blockchain immediately. We are tremendously grateful to everybody who participated, blah, 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 blah. They are abandoning their blockchain, right? Kadena has unexpectedly announced a halt in operations today, causing the price of Cadena coin to drop more than 50%, despite it being a generally positive day for cryptocurrency. Cadena delivered the worst possible news. Why have they made such a decision? And what's going to happen next? The Cadena team announced they could no longer sustain their organizational operations, thus all commercial network activity would cease. In their statement, they cited market conditions as the reason for the decision. They expressed gratitude to everyone who joined the team on this journey and regret that they could no longer promote the adoption of this unique decentralized service due to market conditions. The team informed their personnel of the cease of activities while retaining a small team to manage the transition and liquidation process. Cadena is not owned or operated by any company, meaning it can continue to function as a completely decentralized proof of work network. The challenge remains, however, as to why independent miners would want to maintain a network without a company backing it. Everyone engages in mining driven by profit motives, and without a dedicated team, why would independent developers spend time on Cadena? To sustain mining activities on the network, a final token economy update has allotted 566 million Cadena, which means miners will receive automatic rewards until the year 2139. A team from Cadena community might step up immediately to manage development. This could bring excitement and a surge similar to what happened with the Terra Rebels. However, it's important to remember that such initiatives have often ended in failure. As of today, Cadena coin continues to suffer a loss of nearly 60%, and the fullness of the decline candle suggests that more losses could follow. So let's go have a look at the Cadena chart, guys. Right? So let's look at Cadena. Boom. Look at that. Look at that destruction, guys. This is why you cannot set it and forget it, right? They just out of the blue announced that they are abandoning the project. They're not building on the network or maintaining the network anymore. It's dead, right? Someone else could come along and try to back the network and build on it, but at this point in time, Cadena is dead, right? And this project ran neck and neck with Solana in the 2021 bull run. Let's go back and look at the chart for the 2021 bull run for Cadena. I'll see if I can bring it up better over on probably on Binance because it gives me better dates. Hang on a second. Un momento, por favor. Okay, KDA. Yes. All right, let's go back in time on Cadena. Okay. Look at that. Boof. Look at that crash. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So let's go back in time. 2024. Wow. Yeah, it launched 2022. Yeah, look at that. Back in the last cycle, we only have charting until 2022. Let me check how far we go back. Let's check TradingView actually. Let's check TradingView. They'll have a better. KDA. Cadena, Tether, US. Sure, let's do that. All right. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, same thing, 2022. Well, anyway, it had its nice run. And point is, I can't get the chart. I can't get a chart far enough back. But point is, it had its nice runs. It ran neck and neck with Solana, and now it is dead. Okay, so that is why it is important. And I say this all the time, guys. And people think they can just be lazy when it comes to crypto. They can just buy something, pay no attention to what's happening, walk away, not stay up to date with their investments, and come back and think that they're going to be millionaires, right? Doesn't work that way, guys. You have to be locked in. Lock it in, right? Because people who own Fetch, people who own Ocean, people who own Cadena lost a lot of money today because they were not paying attention to what was happening, right? Don't let that be you. That's the point I'm trying to get across to you guys here, okay? We got a couple super chats. Candyman. I used to work at an orange juice factory. I got fired because I couldn't concentrate. Oh, my guy. Fridge, blessings, brother. What's happening, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, let's keep it going here. Okay, so yes, Cadena, dead, right? That's why, guys, you want to join the community. Join me and thousands of other members today in our Patreon community where you can stay up to date with all of this stuff so you don't get wrecked. In fact, a lot of people in our trading group today made a lot of money from shorting. We were shorting some projects today in our trading group. That could have been you. Jump aboard today, guys. The link is in the chat. It's in the description. It's in the pinned comments. All right, what else do we have? We got some gold stuff to get into here. Gold plunge catalyzes crypto market shift. Gold experienced a significant 6% decline, interrupting its previous record-breaking rally. Major institutional comments highlight potential corrections with interest rate adjustments as indicated by Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. The gold decline reflects shifting investor sentiment, prompting capital reallocations into cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, showcasing evolving market dynamics and adaptability in times of financial uncertainty. So this morning, Powell pumps the markets by implying rate cuts. And this evening, Trump pops a squat and takes a steamer on the markets, threatening a 155% tariff on China. Good timing, Trump. Good timing, bro. The gold market saw a rapid 6% decrease, making a significant fizzle of its recent rally. Institutional figures like Jerome Powell highlighted the potential influence of interest rate policies on such market movements as people start to shift their sentiment this morning towards more of a risk-on appetite like crypto. And then Trump brought them right back over to gold and silver again by threatening tariffs. So the Federal Reserve, under Jerome Powell, his chairmanship, underscored a higher for longer interest rate approach. This outlook has triggered a rotation into equities and cryptocurrencies. As noted by industry experts, as Raoul Pal, CEO of Real Vision, remarked, big unwind in gold as macro flows rotate into equities and crypto. Watch ETH, especially during times of bond volatility. The follow-up from gold's decline resulted in increased crypto market activity. Major cryptocurrencies like ETH and Bitcoin saw price upticks, indicating a shift in investor preferences during periods of high market volatility. Experts suggest that the gold drop may drive further capital. I agree. Tomorrow, Trump will probably say that everything's fine with China, and we'll start to see that capital rotation continue back into crypto and Bitcoin specifically. So, all right, let's go have a look over at Squawk Box. We're going to get the latest updates on the government shutdowns from yesterday. From Kevin Hassett.
20 of the government shutdown. Join us now, National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett. It's good to see you, Kevin. Good morning. Give me the blueprint of how you think this ends. I don't think it's that difficult for you maybe to go out on a limb here? Do you think the president gets involved and gives the Democrats some type of assurance for these Obamacare subsidies, or do you think he takes a hard line? And you mentioned over the weekend that some extreme measures are possible about firing people, taking away things that are important to Democrats. What do you think really happened?
Right. Well, first of all, the president has been very active throughout this process, but it's also his position that this is a thing that the Senate needs to work out. A lot of our friends in the Senate have said that it was just bad optics for Democrats to open the government before the No Kings rally, and that now there's a shot that this week things will come together and very quickly the moderate Democrats will move forward and get us an open government, at which point we could negotiate whatever policies they want to negotiate with regular order. Now, I was very pleased to see that my friend Senator Shaheen from New Hampshire, a very sound-minded Democrat, came out and supported opening the government on Friday. So it means that there's sort of cracks in the Schumer armor. I think the Schumer shutdown is likely to end sometime this week. But I can tell you that if the story that we've been basically hearing from moderates that, look, we just can't do it in front of the No Kings rally, if that ends up not being true, then I think that the White House is going to have to look very closely, along with Russ Vought, at stronger measures that we could take to bring him to the table.
So there would be negotiations about what to do. We're running out of time before November 1st. There would be negotiations about what to do with the pandemic super subsidies for Obamacare.
Well, that again is an issue for the Senate. But the Democrats passed that law. It was in an emergency for COVID, and they ended it now because it was such an expensive law. And so it's the Democrats' policy, it's the Democrats' shutdown, and it's the Schumer shutdown. And really, the Senate needs to figure it out.
But it affects real people and people in red states. And I mean, we're subsidizing health care for a lot of, but like it or not, that's just the position we're in. So there are certain people that either wouldn't have health care or where the premiums would go up so much. And not to say that it's not Obamacare's fault, because there's a lot of flaws, but you see something where there would be some fixes put in to get Republicans to agree to do that?
Again, that's up to the Senate to negotiate. But if you look at the expiring subsidies, the vast majority of people, certainly low-income people, aren't affected at all. It's just that the policy was expanded to people up to 4 times the poverty level, and so you get people who have much higher incomes than were intended to be protected by Medicaid, and they gave them basically, a free card as well back during COVID. And I think that some scrutiny about that is something that in, the course of ordinary Senate business, I would expect senators should debate that. But this is about keeping the government open. Remember, the Democrats got 13 continuing resolutions that were clean when Joe Biden was there, which means that Republicans understood their constitutional duty to keep the government open time after time after time. People say, oh, the Democrats voted for a CR 13 times, but it's actually the Republicans voted for it too, because they understand that the job of the senator is to be the voice of moderation in Washington, as opposed to what Senator Schumer's doing, frankly, where he's the exact opposite.
Is anybody talking to anybody, Kevin? Because every news report, every person we talk to makes it sound like there is not.
No, absolutely, especially like within the Senate, everybody's talking to everybody.
But does that extend to the White House? Does this extend beyond that? It doesn't sound like,
yes.
Like last week, Schumer and Thune were saying that they hadn't had conversations.
Well, everybody in the White House has conversations with senators every day, is all I can say. And but in the end, it's the position of the White House that the president believes that the Senate needs to work this out.
Hey, Kevin, do you think that, given some of the events in the credit market, there's some new proposals to raise FDIC to $10 million or something? The Journal takes issue with that, says it wouldn't be for all banks. I guess it'd be for some of the small, not the money center banks, given what happened with Silicon Valley Bank shares and others. But the Journal says $250 is fine for 99% of the depositors at these institutions. And this just would increase the moral hazard of banks not minding their P's and Q's if they had even more FDIC coverage. What do you think we ought to do?
Well, I could say that we looked at what was going on last week with the stress about banks and some defaults. I spoke at length with a large group of CEOs at the end of last week to see what they thought, especially big bank CEOs who have, and some small bank CEOs as well. And I think that there's not a heightened level of stress that's unusual at all right now. And if you look at the strength of the economy, we've got GDP now growing at about 4%, and the strength of the fiscal situation in the U.S. Joe, do you realize that if you extrapolate what we've done this year, that the deficit this year is going to drop by $600 billion relative to last year? That $600 billion drop explains why 10-year treasuries are going down, not a weak economy. If you go back to the Fed's preferred measure, the Lauback elasticity of interest rates with respect to the deficit, that's it's about 0.5 or 0.6 of the drop of the 10-year should be coming from the big reduce of the deficit from our very fiscally responsible policies. Well, what that does is so that there's more private capital for the rest of the world, because the government is not taking away all the capital of the economy. And so it should make the financial sector much stronger.
Oh, government shutdowns. All right, what else do we have? Let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. Elon Musk's SpaceX moves 2,495 Bitcoin to a new wallet. Not a sell-off, analysts say. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people think that companies putting Bitcoin and crypto on their balance sheets is new to this cycle, and it's actually not. SpaceX and Elon Musk actually started doing that back in the last bull run, back in 2019, 2020, I think. So it's not new that companies do this. Musk started it a long time ago. SpaceX has transferred 2,495 Bitcoin valued at close to $268 million to two new addresses, its first major on-chain activity since July. The transaction was flagged by Arkham Intelligence and multiple analysts, underscoring a pattern of internal treasury reorganization. On-chain data shows SpaceX routing the BTC to two fresh wallets, receiving around 1,298 Bitcoin and 1,197 Bitcoin, respectively. Both have remained dormant since, suggesting a hold rather than a sale. Post-transfer, SpaceX continues to hold approximately 5,790 Bitcoin, roughly valued at $625 million, adjusting from the previous level near 8,285 Bitcoin. Rather than signaling liquidation, the move appears to be reflecting treasury optimization or custodial migration. Analysts note that SpaceX pattern lengthy dormancy followed by large transfers mirrors typical internal reshuffling seen in institutional-grade crypto holders. The unchanged holding size and lack of outgoing activity from the new wallets reinforce the interpretation as strategic custody management. On-chain monitoring will focus on any outbound movement from the new two wallets, if the activity, so basically what their analysts are saying, something to worry about. SpaceX is not going to sell their Bitcoin. But even if they did, they hold like 5,200 Bitcoin, right? What do they hold? They hold 5,790 Bitcoin. That's not going to crash the market, even if they sold it, right? It's not like they hold anywhere near as much as someone like, for perspective, so SpaceX holds 5,790 Bitcoin, right? Strategy holds like what? 680,000 Bitcoin, right? Little perspective, right? So I don't think it's anything to be scared of one way or the other, but we'll see. Where did Bitcoin close the day? Candle closed 15 minutes ago. So we closed above 108,000, so that's good, but we seem to just be stuck in this liquidity range between 108,225 and 110,580. So we got to get above and close above 110,580. That's the goal on the upside. To the downside, we start closing candles below 108,226 and 106,891, and we're going to be in trouble, my friends. But I say that in jest, right? I mean, I don't really think we're in trouble big picture, so don't let that panic you, right? All right, guys, listen, we got a Patreon live stream taking place in about 45 minutes to an hour over on the Patreon. Join us there. If you have questions, comments, concerns, you want to talk to me directly, join the Patreon live tonight, about 8:15, about an hour from now. So check it out. The link's down below. It's in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. Also use the link as well to go check out our new newsletter and so much more, guys. Check it all out. Book your one-on-one coaching calls. I also dropped 2 different trades today in the trading group. Go get in on those before it's too late also, and so much more. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.